Perfect. All right, ready to go? Richelle or Nora's cars.
A nice story about
Say again?
at least that scrape on the car would have a nice story
cool
behind it.
What happened? I got hit by an airplane. Who did that? Our pilot. Lucky we made it back alive.
Roger.
Ooh.
Concord ground, Cherokee 2863 Mike, Northwest Hangars, Charlie.
November 2863 Mike, Concord ground, runway 19 right, taxi via Juliet out, correction Juliet, Hotel Echo, cross runway 32 left and runway 32 right at Hotel.
19 right via Juliet, Hotel Echo, cross 32 left, cross 32 right, 63 Mike.
Look up the Cal 781, frequency change approved, have a good one.
So we're basically going to just go right, we're headed that way, we're just going to zig across. For the taxi instructions I said, was that similar? Like I have ESPN or something. Clear right, clear left.
Enter.
Go Nego 41055, Concord Tower, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff, and what is your departure direction? Roger that. You want to go straight out to the south?
600.
So the reason you're only hearing half the conversation is he's talking to them on the tower frequency,
Roger, let's turn out
but he's the only controller right now, so he's letting us hear that he's busy on his end, but we're not hearing the other traffic for lack of confusion.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the guy he's talking to on the other frequency. Apparently has more money than I do. Asshole. All right, so here's our run-up location that I was telling you about, and we look at the windsock. We want to fly or point the plane pretty much into the wind to do a run-up. So we pull our emergency brake. We did all that stuff, set the altimeters, did that. Our avionics 157, 160, it's close enough. Magnetic to the other compass. We checked our steering and our brakes. Our lights are all on. Our elevator trim is set for takeoff. Primer's in and locked. Pump is off. And mixture is set full rich. Throttle goes up to 2,000 RPM. Okay, 2,000, we check our annunciator, it works. So key 2 to the left, should go down about 100 RPM, which it does. 2 to the right, goes up to 1,000. 1 to the left, under drop. 1 to the right, under rise. We check our carburetor heat. Goes on, we should see a slight drop. Off, should see a slight rise. But our ammeter is charging. We've got fuel in both tanks that match the, this one's a little low, it's always a little low. Oil temp is good, fuel pressure's in the green and oil pressure's in the green. And we'll bring our controls back to idle. And we'll start listening to tower, because we want to take off shortly. So our instruments matched, our departure brief, we'll go to the map, and you can see taking off of 19 right, so it's going to be kind of a left turnout to the south, 145 degrees, so we film that. And then, so departure brief, we're going to take off from this runway, which is 19 right. If something happens during takeoff, we will abort the takeoff. If you're already airborne and we need to cancel the takeoff, we'll land with the remaining runway ahead of us. If we're unable to do that and below 700 feet, we will land somewhere safe straight ahead. There's a nice golf course at the end of the runway for us to land on. And then if we're above 700 feet, we'll try to beeline back to the airport and land on any runway we can. Flaps are set, fuel pump is on, selector is on the left tank. And engine gauges are all green, we're set full rich. Now we just get permission to take off. Now we're already on tower. Concord Tower, Cherokee 2863 Mike, 19 right, via left turnout departure at about 145 degrees. 6-3 Mike.
Ground pursuit requested by Echo and Golf, hold short of runway 1 left at Echo.
There's a rabbit.
Level 61, hold short of runway 1 left at Echo, and I can barely hear your radio.
Classically rabbits.
November 2863 Mike, Concord Tower.
2863 Mike, go ahead.
November 2863 Mike, Concord Tower, runway 1 at right, clear for takeoff. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your departure request.
No worries, it's going to be a left turn out to 145 degrees approximately, 6-3 Mike.
Left turn out approved, November 2863 Mike.
Roger, thank you.
41055, we're clear to the southeast. Do you have a frequency for SoCal?
Number 41055, Concord Tower, traffic off
So we come out to the center line of the runway.
1 o'clock and 2 miles.
Pretty much just follow the yellow lines and it keeps you in the center, and that goes for big planes and small planes. If the big planes can do it, it'll sure keep us safe.
NorCal 120.9 for advisors.
20.99.
The center line, and we'll slowly advance the throttle. All right, rudder, if you want to put your hand on the yoke and kind of feel what I'm doing with it, then you can do that. And put this hand on your knee, and just loosey-goosey on the right. And 65, we're going to rotate, and off we go. Woo! About 79 knots. And once we get up to 700 feet, we can make our turn. That's for noise abatement procedure, so the neighbors like us. All right, we're clear to the left, clear to the right. Turn over to 145.
Concord Tower, good afternoon, Lance 3749 with you on the visual for 19 right.
Lance 3749 at Concord Tower, continue.
We'll continue, and we're going to need a fairly wide pattern with our altitude and short distance for 749.
Lance 3749, roger that. Are you going up about 5 miles south of the field?
Showing 9.0 from the VOR for 749.
North 38749er, about 4.5 actually from the VOR, but continue inbound. And it looks like you'll work out if you make the left turns for left traffic for 1 on the right, runway 1 on the right, clear to land.
9 right, clear to land. 749 will do our best. We're at 3400.
Roger that, North 38749er traffic, 1 o'clock and 3 miles. Looks like they're heading north-northwest bound, 3,100 feet.
Down there is Pleasant Hill, downtown Pleasant Hill, Crescent Drive.
Very glad not to be in that traffic.
Yes.
North 2863 Mike, traffic will be passing overhead of you. A Lance, 3,000 feet indicated descending. Frequency change approved.
Traffic in sight and frequency change approved, 63 Mike a day. Wyatt thinks I'm going to get there that fast, but okay.
All right, we got that traffic in sight now for us.
That's the plane he was talking about.
Oh.
3749 weather.
He's pretty close to us, and that's what the plane looks like, so imagine a little bit farther out, he's a little speck.
Oh.
The hot like this, it's not uncommon to feel, I mean, I don't really consider what we felt bumps, but it's not uncommon to feel those few bumps down low because you have the heat coming off the ground that you're kind of going through those heat with.
Flight 1734, contact NorCal 124.32. Have a good day.
2432, Frontier 1734, see ya.
NorCal approach, Cherokee 2863 Mike, flight following request.
Cherokee Cal approach, state position and request.
About 4 miles southeast of Concord Airport and 2,100 climbing, 5,500 flight following to Watsonville, P28 Alpha, slant golf, 63 Mike.
November 63 Mike, squawk 0375, ident.
0375, 63 Mike.
Over 0 Charlie Hotel, descend and maintain 10,000, flighting 300.
Alright, we're heading 300.
That's our transponder, so he can see specifically who we are.
North Cal, good afternoon, United 1262 is 1,200. Climbing via the truck into dead horse transition.
United 1262, NORCAL departure, radar contact. Over 0 Sierra November, you've exited class Bravo.
Thank you.
Over 63 Mike, you are radar contact, 7 miles southeast Buchanan Field. Open altimeter 2995, direct altitude.
2995, currently 2,600 climbing.
2015 jet, open center 125.85, good day.
258 Southern 5010.
Over 0 Sierra November, contact.
There's Mount Diablo off to our left.
Good day.
Hour now, 200 Sierra November, day.
November 63 Mike, contact NorCal 125.35, good day.
125.35, good day, 63 Mike. NorCal approach, Cherokee 286, or November 2863 Mike, 3,000 climbing 5,500.
2863 Mike, NorCal approach, altimeter 2995.
2995, 63 Mike. Okay, here's our 6,000 foot class B above us, so we're still below 6,000, so we're fine. The next one's 5,000. I don't think we're going to make it to 5,000 by that stretch, and then we're 7,000, so we should be clear.
18.3, good night, sir.
May come on and tell us, stay clear of the class Bravo. You can also see the other planes kind of out here. About he's 8,300 feet above us, and the arrow means he's climbing.
Oh, wow.
That's his call sign, and he's going pretty fast. He's going 326 knots, so he's probably a jet. He's off to our left, way up there somewhere. We can't even see him. Fly?
What?
Want to fly? It's simple. I mean, look, I'm on, no hands.
What do I do?
This hand on your leg, just nice and relaxed. And the way I do it is just like this. So I put one finger around here, there, rest there, and thumb on the back, and that's it. You can control back, forward, left, right. So we're going to kind of do just a little bit of a right-hand turn, follow the pink line down on either display. And that's about it. We just go a little bit more. Right about there. And that's right where that little blue marker is. And then that's about it. So we just follow the point of that mountain right ahead of us. You can put the nose down just a hair like that. And this is our trim wheel down here. So that's what trims the plane forward and the whatnot. Just bring it up to about 90 knots. And that will help us get there faster. And we'll still climb at about 500 feet per minute. And it makes you be able to see out the window a little bit easier as well.
Oh.
5315.
5315, there's some Delta.
Southeast, favored altimeter 2995.
2995, there's some Delta.
There's a Delta, contact approach now 121.3, have a good day.
I have approach 121.3.
Turn to your right just a hair.
And
to rock it over just a hair. Yep. You notice how a little bit more aggressive than that. Like that. You'll notice it doesn't take much for it to do it, right?
Right.
A little goes a long way. Right about there is good.
420 Juliet Delta, hello, radar contact 2 miles west of favorite open altimeter 2995.
2995, Juliet Delta.
Now let's put the nose down just a bit there.
Delta, see that left hand turn heading 120 for now.
Okay, 120.
We're at max throttle right now, which means that we have to control our airspeed with pitch. The more you pull up, the slower it's going to go, because the engine has to work harder, and the slower you go, the faster you go. So it's called kind of reverse control, because we're normally you'd control your speed with throttle, but now we're controlling it with altitude, or pitch basically. So
Oh, cool.
Just a little hair to the right. We want to go over towards those brown peaks on your side of the windshield there. Off to your right, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. I've got the controls so you can look, but back there is the Golden Gate and the San Francisco skyline. And the Bay Bridge is in the foreground.
360, time to maintain 6,000, sector for SWA.
And then this over here is Oakland, and Berkeley is just north. You'll notice it looks hazy and like scary, like, oh my God, we're flying into clouds. It's really not. It's just kind of an inversion layer, and it's summer haze.
Yeah.
But when we can actually see probably 50 to 100 miles right now, right? But so in the distance, all that, all those clouds make it look like it's overcast, but it's really just we're seeing miles and miles of the clouds.
Yeah. How long have you been flying?
So I started, I think, in 2011. I had about 20 hours back then, and it became too expensive. And then I kind of went into the music business for a little bit, so I was in 3 different bands. I played guitar and bass and all that, and then turned into a sound company. And so I ended up selling the sound company because I decided I didn't want to take vacation to work more, because I went from detective back to patrol. And the profits that I got from that, I purchased the plane with. So I did that in 2017 in June, and I just kind of put it from one piggy bank to the other, and then I finished my license from there, and that's about it. So it took me, I think, 8 months to get my license, 9 months from there, and I got it in a total of 60 hours. When I first started flying, I did 20, and then from the time I bought this plane, it took me 40 hours to get it. And then now I'm at about 250 hours, and I don't know, 2 years of buying it, I guess.
Wow.
So yeah, so try to fly a lot. All right, so we're at 5,500, so we're going to just give it a little nudge forward and level off.
For Class B class on up.
Right there.
55, we get it.
Now we can give our trim a little nudge down. So basically we want to like be able to let go of the controls and have it stay where it is. And so I would say that's about good, maybe just a smidge down.
To the clear to end of Bravo. You said you're going up to 5,500?
Yeah, falling through, that'd be great.
Was it the clear to Bravo, 5,500 approved?
Clear to Bravo, 5,500 approved, falling through, thanks.
Down.
Okay, approach. FedEx 3724, descending to the altitude and the transition. We have Zulu.
FedEx 3724, heavy, NorCal approach. Thank you for Zulu, altimeter 2995.
95, FedEx 3724.
There's off to the left is Livermore Airport, so that's what an airport looks like from the sky. There's 2 runways there. There's the one main one that you can see, and then there's the little one to our right, the smaller, shorter black one.
What's the longest flight you've done in this plane?
Probably when we came back from Washington with Shay, which I think was like 3.8 hours in one leg. Which is kind of funny because that particular flight, that was just Washington to Reading. In that particular flight, we had 3 passengers and some baggage. And so when I've flown with just 2 people and baggage before, my legs are normally, I think the longest was like 3 hours. And I had way more fuel than what I had on board when coming back with Shay because of weight and stuff like that. So not that I didn't leave myself a threshold or anything, it's just that it's weird you think you'd leave with more fuel to go on the longer legs, and when I had less fuel was actually like one of the longest legs I've flown. So we were still had an hour left of fuel, or 45 minutes or something like that, so it was by the time we landed, so it was plenty of extra just in case. But this plane with full tanks has an endurance of about 4.5 hours. And legally you can fly, you have to have a half an hour of fuel left on
For heavy jet traffic, fly heading of 100, expect to nav here in about 5 miles.
10063 Mike. This is what I was talking about. So he's got a heavy jet probably coming into San Jose, so he's going to vector us this way, so we get the scenic route. And the jet you should see coming from probably ahead of us in this way shortly.